This is Lauren Sprieser. I am watching a video for Kristina Huff. I think that was square. It's a little hard to tell in the video. Nice halt. So something I do when I'm riding center lines is I think about a photograph of a road disappearing to a point out on the horizon, and then I think about how it narrows to that point. So, you know, for your center line, pretend like you're riding out to disappear to a point out on the horizon way behind that judge's booth and seat. Yeah, and I kind of missed you in the corner on my right-hand side. But in general, this trot needs to hustle. At this point, my grandmother could out-trot you, and my grandmother is no longer alive. So we got to giddy up here. And I know you said that this is just part of your warm-up, but go, sister. Go, go, go. Like the Preakness of trotting. I saw you for a second. Good job. Now you're in a corner again. La, 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 la. Yep, and a little bit the same thing here. Like, come on, come on, come on. And if sitting trot is something that you struggle with, slower is not the answer, because that just means that you're learning how to sit a not very good trot, which doesn't help you in the long run. If sitting trot is something that's new or that's hard for you, treat it like the eventers treat conditioning trot sets. Take your stirrups away and just commit to like 5 sets of 30 seconds, or 5 sets of 45 seconds, or 5 sets of 1 minute. And over time, that muscle's going to come on fast. That cardio strength and that muscular strength is going to come on fast. Yep, same thing here. It looks like your horse is a big springy trot. Got to giddy up, girl. There you go. So your medium trot here, your lengthening here is like what I would want for your collected trot for your third level work. Nice square halt. You're kind of off in the distance, but it looks square. Whoa, and then it moved. Stick with your first halt. In practice, you know, it is what it is. Like, if you need to come in again, but man, when you halt square like that, he does not move unless he is told. A nice energetic walk. Yeah, that looks like a good stretch. Yeah, and it's a little hard for me to see because you're just a little tiny blip on the screen, but make sure in that free walk or extended walk, you let your elbows follow with him. You know, a walk has an oscillation to the neck. You want to make sure that your elbows follow that oscillation. Whoa, you reappeared in a new place. You have superpowers. Good. You ride your canter forward. Not a girl. Whoa, buffering. Sorry. Yeah, your collected canter is an excellent energy level. That is, you do not want any slower. You want that hind leg to keep on trekking. Good. Every now and then your horse kind of creeps out of your outside rein. Whoop, that downward transition was a little bit of a drive-by shooting. Yeah, I think maybe it wasn't your idea. There you go. Ooh, nice change. Good job. Every now and then, when you take diagonals or when you take long sides, particularly when he's thinking of changing on you, flop around a little bit. Like, make sure that you're not carrying him with your leg or holding him on the lead. Yeah, and you want him to be holding himself accountable. Particularly if the changes are a little bit new to a horse, I'll make sure that I can kind of flop around and slide my legs around, because the flying change isn't just moving your new outside leg. Your flying change is, yeah, you move your outside leg, but you also half halt and you drive your seat down and you ride your seat through the change. It's not just a singular thing. Ah, girl. Good. Big half halt before those changes. It's cool that he does them clean, and those are beautiful, but they're a little bit swappy, and you want to be able to hit that half halt and be like, hey man, my horse has springs for legs. Kapow. Good girl. Yep, you get to do some sitting trot homework, my friend, because when you post the trot, you ride him big and forward and energetic, and that's awesome. You got to make sure that you can keep that trot when you sit. Yep, no backing down. Eat your wheeze and go for it. Good boy. You reappeared again. Wow. It's quarantine, man. I haven't gotten out much. It's the little things. We're walking. We're still walking. Walking, walking, walking. Good. You make sure when you collect that walk that you keep your elbows elastic so that you're not collecting by pulling. Good. Nice and forward in that canter. Keep the jump, keep the jump, keep the jump. Good. And keep that outside rein, the outside rein of the lead, which right now is the right rein. Good. No letting him get long and flat. Come on. Good. Good. Now you're going to keep the left rein so that he's not climbing up out of that bridle. Add more jump, more outside rein. Got to be nice and through on that outside. Okay, jumping, 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 jumping. Good. Soften that inside rein. Okay, you're trying to hold him together by holding him in bend. I want you to hold him together because you're really sitting on your outside seat bone. You've got your inside leg on at the girth, and he is over his back and through his neck. Good. Jump, 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 jump. Oop. Yep, and more reason to relax your inside rein. I don't want it to be the bend that holds him on the lead, particularly when it's just bend of the neck. Nice upward transition. What of it I got to see at least. There you go. Good girl. Good. Nice short reins. Charlotte Dujardins has short reins, win gold medals. I think I'd rather have you get the comment neck a little short, but have him really, really through. Happen there when you're right on the center line. That is the time to make sure you have that outside rein so he's really straight and through on the center line when you're right in front of the judge. That's really important, an important time. We're walking. This walk is a little uninspired. I want the going home to dinner walk. Yep, go, 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 go. That's a better trot. Good. That is the bare minimum for your collected trot. Yeah. So I think what you just showed on the diagonal there was what you want to be medium or extended trot. That was the bare minimum for your collected trot. And like barely enough. You gotta hustle. Put some hustle in your bustle. And if that was haunches in, it needs more angle. If that was shoulder in, it needed more angle. Basically, if I'm asking what a movement was, probably needs a little more angle. Yep, so I think it might have been haunches in. This is quite good. This haunches in is excellent. Okay, gotta go. Come on. Go, go, go. Pretty good. Good, and make sure that there's a moment when you go from one direction to the next, particularly when you're on the center line where the judge, sitting at C can really see whether you're straight or not. You make sure that you have the new outside rein in place before you change directions. That's the first thing. Because if you just sort of chuck him from one outside rein to the next, he's going to weeble wobble his shoulders around, and that's not going to work. Good, go, go, go. Good. Forward. Pretty good. Yeah, good boy. Oh, superpowers again. Good. Come on, keep that canter cantering. Gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. There's two ways for a canter to have 3 beats. One is bum 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 airtime, bum 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 airtime, bum 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 airtime. That's when you know it's really quick and sharp. When it's bum 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 bum, yeah, it's still 3 beats, but that middle beat is a little bit earthbound. Those hind legs are a little slow. There's got to be a quickness to it. Good change. The changes are excellent. Okay. So that half pass that you rode, that left half pass, it needs a lot more jump to the canter, but that was a little bit of leg yield with his head pulled left. There the haunches are dragging just a little bit, but he's also lacking bend in his rib cage. I think that practicing haunches in the canter, and I am so not a haunches in person, but he's really got to wrap around that inside leg, and then when you think of your half pass, not as a half pass, but as pointing his shoulders across the diagonal and then riding haunches in on that diagonal so that his chest stays on the diagonal line. That's when you're really going to get some points. Because he's a willing guy. I think you just need to think about the movement a little differently. Go, baby, go. Oh, and we're done. Cool. So your homework, more giddy up in all things. You're well on your way.